Bloomberg's Joumanna Bercetche joins us from Dubai. How close are we, Joumanna, to a deal?
Well, Guy, I think you need to draw a distinction between the U.S. presenting a one-page memo to end the war to an actual full resolution to the war. And per our own Bloomberg reporting, the Iranian side still have not officially responded to that 14-point plan that was reported yesterday. Now, what we understand to be in it, though, is a working towards the full end of the war. It would include an immediate end to hostilities and then a 30-day period in which negotiations would begin surrounding the lifting of the mutual blockades around the Strait, reopening of that nuclear file, discussions around the time frame of uranium enrichment, and then also handing over the fate of that highly enriched uranium stockpile. Of course, we know that they're sitting on more than 400 kilos worth of 60% plus highly enriched uranium. So that is a big topic that was even a topic before the war kicked off. And then the final point is Iran and what they are going to be asking for, which is a considerable amount of sanctions relief in exchange to agreeing to all of those terms. So you started off by asking me how close we are to an agreement. We don't actually know, but what we do know for sure is that the situation today is very different from how it was a couple of days ago when we said President Trump was facing a key decision, whether to go down the route of once again amplifying hostilities, going back to kinetic warfare, or making another diplomatic push. What has become apparent in the last 2 days is that they are going down the diplomatic route. It may be coincidental because he's got this Trump-Xi summit to look forward to next week. The Iranian foreign minister was in China as well yesterday. China really pushing for a diplomatic solution and, of course, a reopening of the Strait. But I guess the question is, at what cost is it going to be? Because Iran are maintaining that they want to maintain this new protocol. They've established this new authority for vessels who want to pass through. They will be putting forward a long list of demands to the U.S. in order to give up that point of leverage should these negotiations continue. And so it's difficult to see at this point whether the gap between the two sides can actually be bridged and whether you can bridge that gap in a simple one-page document. But markets seem to be rallying on it. I would just say take it with a pinch of salt because we have been here before, and President Trump has said many times throughout the course of this war that Iran are willing to do a deal. But again, what the details matter here.